Hello everyone, welcome to Tourism Promotion Services 2. Our first lesson in this subject is all about accommodations. First, let us define what are accommodations. Based on the Oxford Dictionary, the word accommodate means a room, group of rooms, or building in which someone may live or stay. This is precisely what accommodations are in the context of the tourism industry. In fact, accommodations are often interchanged with the word hospitality, which encompasses both the living arrangements and the food and beverage requirements of the tourists. In the mindset of the budget conscious market, accommodations are more fondly referred to in the Philippines as board and lodging, with board covering the need for food and drink, and lodging covering the need for a place to stay and call home. It is the largest and most widely used of all the sectors in tourism, as the latter cannot take place when one does not have a place to stay. The focus of this lesson will be on the lodging part of the accommodation and will center on the living arrangements of the tourists. Spanning from low to high-end types of accommodations, there are common areas of operations in lodging facilities. First, we have front office or reception. All lodging establishments have a front office where all guests have to check in when the intended stay starts and check out when they depart. When guests check in, they establish terms of payment, claim the keys to the assigned rooms, and they normally fill out information cards which require general information about them that include the following: name, address, contact number, email address, nationality, and emergency contact information. Housekeeping. This department takes care of the upkeep of the roofs, the toilet facilities, the laundry, and the cleanliness of all other parts of the establishment. Housekeeping personnel are also in charge of all other necessities in the delivery of the services for the guest stay, which includes, but are not limited to, cleaning the rooms, changing linen, replenishing old room, minibar and toilet supplies, other specific services requested by the guest like laundry and turning down the bed. Lobby. It is the entrance hall to the accommodation facility. This is a space provided as a waiting area in between activities, and people who stay in lobbies are there only for a temporary stop before proceeding to whatever is the activity of the guests. Restaurants. It is a place where guests go to find food to eat within the accommodation facility. In low-end facilities, the restaurants may be something as simple as a cafeteria type of facility, or maybe like a store that sells some snacks or junk food. In high-end facilities, these restaurants have full food and beverage operation where gourmet dishes or themed cuisines are offered. Bar or lounge. This is the area where snack type of food is served along with beverages, normally the alcoholic kind, where guests and other visitors congregate to hang out and relax. Kitchen. A kitchen in an accommodation facility is where food is prepared for service in the restaurants and to deliver as room service. Reservation, sales, and marketing. These departments are referred to by service providers as the back of the house. These are normally departments that can be found in high-end facilities. The reservations department accepts blockings and bookings for dates within 365 days from the time arrangements are requested. As implied by sales and marketing, these departments take more aggressive steps to toward making sure that the facility is visible in the market so that the services will be top of mind when people consider availing themselves of any of the services offered. Types of accommodations. First, we have hotels. Hotels are the most significant, visible, and recognizable of all the types of accommodations. Hotels have different categories labeled as stars. Hotel star classification ranges from 1-star to 5-star hotel. Its basis for its classification is according to room amenities, facilities, and other services. In the last few years, some hotels have earned 6 to 7 stars because of the kind of lavish materials they have used when their facility was built, and the service they provide is beyond exemplary. A popular example of this is the Burj Al Arab in Dubai. In contrast, a 1-star hotel is the lowest of categories where room preparations are at a bare minimum, such as a bed with sheets. The toilet and bath of facilities like this are normally common areas, meaning to say the facility is shared by people occupying several rooms. Sometimes, cleanliness can be an issue in such facilities. People generally use it when there are few choices or when the budget is really quite tight. Next, we have guest house, bed and breakfast, or inns. These are the types of accommodations that offer a home type of environment which is cozier and lends a more personal touch. Meals in the form of breakfast and light snacks are generally available, and the check-in and check-out operations are handled by a limited number of employees or the owners themselves. This operation is not normally 24 hours as entrance and exits of guests are limited in the evenings. This type of facilities are normally more affordable and are quieter than others. Resorts. This type of accommodation is available for more than just a place to stay, but exists to serve a purpose. Recreational facilities and amenities are normally present for the purpose of enjoining tourists to come and spend their time in the establishment. Tourists who stay in resorts are there mainly for leisure purposes. They check in order to have a vacation and participate in recreational activities. Motels. This is a blended term of the word motor and hotels. In countries where people travel long distances on the road and use their own personal vehicles, motels would come in useful as they were normally located at intervals where travelers could opt to check in and rest for the night or longer to break the monotony and fatigue of travel. In the Philippines, this type of accommodation often has a different connotation, grossly misinterpreting what it was intended for. Now, accommodations intended for similar use in the Philippines are often referred to something else such as inns, pension houses, or transient houses. Self-catering accommodations such as apartments, villas, and cottages. These types of facilities are generally designed for an extended stay. These facilities have provisions for a working kitchen and a den, similar to a home where the travelers choose to prepare their own meals. These considerations are made in order to fit a certain budget for the longer stay. It is a common saying that cooking at home is always the cheaper alternative, and this is what these establishments provide. Medical accommodations. This is sometimes known as a medical hotel or even a meditel. The purpose of traveling for medical purposes is a growing market segment in the tourism industry. People who travel to seek medical treatment usually seek living amenities that have the comfort of a hotel. Campus accommodations. It is usually known as dormitories in the Philippines. These are accommodation facilities designed to cater to students. A student stays normally for an extended period of time, and generally what is needed is a place to sleep in with comfortable bed, often with a roommate or two and a place to study. Camping or caravan sites. This type of accommodation is the kind which the tourists take with them and set them up in a designated areas when they want to be adventurous and commune with nature. A tent erected in a camping site is self-explanatory. The caravan or camper van, on the other hand, is a vehicle that contains a complete mini house within its shell. This is sometimes referred to as RV or recreational vehicle. A minimal fee is charged for the maintenance of facilities and for keeping areas clean. Visiting friends and relatives or VFR. It is a very common accommodation facility, especially in the Philippines, is to stay with friends and family. This type of accommodation is not commercial in nature where the family and friends charge the visitor. They are adopted as members of the family for the duration of their stay. I hope you learned something from today's video. Thank you for watching.